Hello there. If you're in charge of running a healthy CloverDX server, I'm about to make your life a lot easier. You probably spend a lot of your time looking at your resources, looking at your execution history, making sure all of your jobs are running well. And then when one doesn't run well, you've got to go into the logs and spend your precious time trying to diagnose the problem and try to solve the problem. Wouldn't it be great if you could just have AI do that for you? Well, now you can. With MCP, you can connect your CloverDX server to Claude or ChatGPT and have them do the heavy lifting for you. You can use plain text to ask questions about your server and find out anything you need to know about what's going on with it. Let's take a look. So here I'm using the Claude desktop client, and I've connected my CloverDX server using the CloverDX MCP extension. And the first thing I'm going to do is when I click on that little plus and go down here to CloverDX MCP, I can find a few great pre-written prompts from the people at CloverDX that cover some of the more basic use cases, right? So things like just analyzing my deployment or comparing multiple job executions. They've written great detailed prompts. They're going to be able to accomplish those tasks really well with Claude or ChatGPT. The first one I'm going to do is this interactive diagnostic wizard. So when I click on that, I'll run it. And if you want to see what the prompt looks like, you can click on that and you can read all of the text of the prompt. But I'm going to let Claude read it and handle it. The purpose of this one is to just sort of tell us the basics of what we can do. So it answers and it tells me, these are the things I can help you with. I can analyze server logs. I can retrieve job execution logs, query the database. We can even report an issue to CloverDX support, which is really cool. You can directly submit your ticket through chatting with Claude or ChatGPT. So I'm going to go ahead and do number 7 first. I'm going to ask it to just check my current deployment environment, right? So I can just hit 7 since he gave me a nice list there. So, and then here I've got the current deployment environment overview, right? So I've got all the facts about what version of Clover I'm running, what's my operating system, my Java machine. It's pretty cool. It can give me all this information about the specifics of my runtime environment. So that's pretty cool. But you probably already know where to find your runtime environment information anyways, right? So that's not that helpful. But check this out. I've got this graph. It's called payrollreport.graph. And it's successful like 99% of the time, but it's got these random failures and I don't know why. I don't know what's happening with those failures. It's just random times. So I'm going to ask Claude to examine those for me and take a look. So Claude's going to think about it and it's going to examine all the job executions for that payroll.graph. And it's going to ask me for a lot of permission because it's very polite and it wants permission before it goes into my databases. Clover server database. So Claude's gone in, it's examined all of the executions, the successes, the failures, looking for a pattern in the failures, right? And it's noticed one. So every failed execution has the date parameter February 29th, 2024. Successful executions have regular dates. So I guess this graph is taking a date as a parameter and somehow the validation rules are not accounting for the leap day exception, right? So I have no idea how long it would have taken me looking through the logs before I realized that the date parameter was the same on all of the failures, right? Who knows how much time this saved me? It's pretty cool. So now I can just send this over to the developer and say, hey, make sure that your validation rules are corrected so that it handles leap days and the graph should be good to go. So really cool. So thankful that Claude can go in and examine everything for me. AI is so much better at finding patterns than me. It's pretty cool. So that was cool that I could tell it, hey, look at this specific job and tell me what's going on with my errors, right? But I can do even more than that, right? Like I can ask it just to look generally at all my jobs and tell me about their health, right? So I'm going to say, look at my scheduled jobs and tell me about their health. So now it's got a scheduled jobs health report here. Cool. So I can find 8 jobs. Here's their health status, right? 3 jobs are in failing status, my sales report, my marketing report, my video PVP, and then 5 jobs are healthy. Gives me a little bit of statistics about each one, and then key findings, right? So here's a common pattern. They all failed in the middle of execution. Timing analysis, these 2 failed at the same time, okay? And then it gives me some indications and recommendations, right? It's probably because of memory exhaustion. Okay. And the fact that sales report and marketing report both crashed at the exact same timestamp, they may have been running simultaneously. That's good information, right? So it's going to recommend here a few things. And one of them is stagger schedule times. Sales report, marketing report, all of these are happening to run on the hour, right? At 1 a.m. So that's cool. So let me ask it, can you recommend a better schedule to avoid these issues? And here we go. We've got a clear pattern. It says, here's your root cause analysis. When jobs are running on the hour, they're crashing, right? So 5 jobs scheduled for 1 o'clock, competing for the same memory heap, not cool. So here's a recommended schedule. Here's when I should change the sales report, the marketing report, give 5-minute gaps to allow time for these jobs to run. That's awesome. So I can take this advice, I can go back into my schedule in CloverDX Server and tweak it so that now my jobs are not crashing when they run into each other and causing me to run out of memory. And that's some really good advice here from Claude. So that's going to help a lot to stagger those schedules, avoid them colliding with each other. But I'd still like to be able to run more than one job at the same time without it crashing, right? So I might be having some memory issues. So I'm going to ask Claude about my server configuration and see if I'm getting the most out of my memory. Okay, so it's got, here's my server configuration, right? There's my server core, my worker processes, system resources. Okay, I've got a maximum heap right now of 8 gigabytes. Okay, and then here's critical issues identified, right? Your worker crashes, say 8 gigabytes, not enough currently. My core memory's fine. And then here's a recommendation based on my workload. So given my job patterns, they're saying immediate fix today could be just increase the worker heap size to 14 gigabytes. Okay. Then there's some long-term optimization, right? This is really helpful, I think. So giving me, here's an immediate fix. This will get you out of what your problem is today. And then here's long-term optimization. That's, I don't know about you, but that's super helpful to me. Like sometimes I'm not ready to do the long-term optimization. I just need that quick fix. And then later on, you know, when once the fires are put out, here's that long-term optimization. That's great. So this is really cool. Like to be able to have the AI look at my server configuration, look at my job properties, and see everything at once, right? All the things that I can't see at the same time, it can see them all and know what's going on and give me really good insights, really good actionable insights on how I can improve my server processes. So I think the MCP is going to save me a ton of time, save you a ton of time when you're working with your server. Like just to be able to ask it for optimizing your schedules or for finding obscure patterns in your failures. Like it's huge, I think. Whatever that question is that you've had about your server, that thing that you haven't been able to solve, try the MCP with ChatGPT or with Claude. Ask it. Find the problem. I think you're going to find that this really, really streamlines your process. And I hope you enjoy it.